Everyone, so one of the things that you'll be doing is packaging your models and submitting them, and also you'll be downloading a packaged model and saving it on your machine. So I wanted to just walk you through that process. So this is the template model package that you'll be getting, and I'm going to go through and describe the data sets, and then I'm going to show you how to package this model, and then how to unpack the model. So some of the data sets that will be included are, so first off, down here you can turn on different maps servers. So this is Bing Maps. So here, this SWD is a stormwater drainage at Wake Forest. I took this from a CAD drawing, and it is not a proper, what would be a proper GIS representation of the drainage, and also had to do some georeferencing. So there are some portions of it that are slightly off, but I think it does provide a good overall picture of what is going on. Obviously, this structure is probably right here, and this structure is probably right here, and things of that nature. Similarly, this is over here, and this is right here. But have not yet had a chance to fix this, but it does give the general idea, and based on this and the aerial imagery, I think you have enough information to make some assumptions using the stormwater infrastructure that is on campus when you're doing your delineation. Next data set I'd like to show is the post-developed land classification. Looks like I'm missing a section there. But anyway, there is a separate land classification. Let me, and we'll be talking about this later on in the module, but as you can see here, you have a name, a description, which is residential 1/3 acre, _A, meaning hydrologic soil group type A. So this data set has been looked at the land cover and intersected it with the soils data to develop CN numbers for these different sections. And then we have contour data. So I took this digital elevation model, which I will show in just a moment, and processed it in order to output these contours. And then this is the hydrologic soil group data set. So I downloaded information from the Web Soil Survey and did some post-processing in GIS to get out this shapefile that displays the hydrologic soil groups. So we have that. Additionally, we have a digital elevation model, and it is a large file, so it takes a second to load. And here you can see that down here at the bottom of the screen, you see this Z value. So as I hover over the digital elevation model, I can see what the elevation is, and this is helpful in delineating and doing other tasks in stormwater modeling. And then we have a historic image that has been georeferenced, and we'll be using this to get an idea and estimate what the pre-development CN number might have been, making the assumption that the soils have not changed. So we can turn that off, sort of overlay these two. Another thing I wanted to show here is the renderer. So in this render tool, you can change the opacity of different layers. So you can visualize the information a little bit more clearly. I think this has been so now we can kind of get a sense of what the pre-developed might have looked like and what soils. We're going to assume the soils were the same at this point in time as well. So those are the data sets, and now we're going to package this model. So I want to include the background layers. I would suggest that when you're submitting to an instructor, you don't include the background layers, but because I'm creating this for the HydroLearn module, I am going to include this. I'm going to include these. I'm including the IDF tables, even though we're not using them right now, but they are packaged in here. Actually, I won't include those. And I will package that. Okay, so now that that has been created, and I'm simply going to double click it, and it will automatically open PCSWM. Unfortunately, that's happening on another screen. And then when it opens up, it will show you a pop-up and you can choose where to save it.